everyone. Welcome to this week's Market Wrap. So I am back in Philly. Not only did I make it home to Connecticut for Friday New Haven Pizza, I was in Rhode Island on Saturday for Prospect Camp from Max, and back to Philly Sunday morning. We also have Giants training camp officially open, and if all goes well, I'll be going to see them next week. So 3 watches we love this week that came across my desk. Now, summer always makes me think about Rolex. It's kind of my go-to summer watch. I think it's the perfect watch for the summer. And the first one that I got this week was a 1680 Submariner. So this is one of the early 4-digit references from 1976. I just love the early subs. They're such a classic 70s piece. Just a great feel. This is in original condition. Love having that watch in the collection. Now the second piece is another Rolex. It's a 16613, so the 5-digit Submariner, steel and gold blue, from 2002, the classic Submariner. This was my first personal Rolex I ever got, so I love this one. Mine's from like 99, this one's from 2002, but just a great classic evolution of that series. And the last piece is a classic Air King, but now what makes this one so cool is it has a Domino's dial. And yes, we're talking about Domino's Pizza. So back then, these were given as award watches in the 90s and through the 2000s, and it's just really cool to see a Rolex associated with Domino's Pizza. It's a little incongruous. It's just an awesome piece. Love that color on the dial, and they've become quite collectible over the last few years. So I can't believe it's August already. The end of summer is now within sight, but this summer's been unusually strong in the watch business. Now, typically, the market dramatically calms down in the summer. We see the prices come down traditionally in the market, and a lot of people are off on vacations, kind of focusing on the family life. A lot of dealers take the summer off, but this summer has felt definitely different. There's been a lot more activity. We've seen a lot more brands remain strong on the summer and specific models actually testing new highs. Now, since to me, Rolex is the perfect summer watch, and since it's the most actively traded brand, I thought it would be a great time to catch up with our lead Rolex buyer, Layla, and see what we're seeing in the market, where some of the most coveted models are trading, and also where she might see some opportunity in this market. So Layla, thanks for joining us on Market Wrap today.
Nice to be back.
I thought it'd be great to have you back because we've been talking a lot about the escalation in the Rolex market. And as markets go up like they have in the last 12 to 18 months, there's obviously certain models go very high and certain models get overlooked. So I thought it would be interesting today to kind of have a chat about what you see since you're buying every day, and where you see the opportunities in this market.
More than anything, I think that Daytona prices in general have gone nuts. The stainless steel obviously has gone crazy. We're seeing very high prices on those. They've kind of softened, but still very high. And at the same time, what I'm seeing is that the Oyster Flex prices are even higher than some all gold bracelet Daytonas.
That's an interesting point. I know we've brought that up a couple of times over the years, is you start seeing Oyster Flexes have definitely taken off. We've seen the white gold ones in the mid 40s. And if you get a plain dial white gold Daytona on a bracelet, it's literally the same price.
Or possibly even less.
Yeah, in a lot of cases. Yeah. No, the white gold bracelet watches definitely have been overlooked. And I mean, the spread between steel Daytonas and white gold Daytonas was always a little odd.
Yes.
And to me, I mean, I always loved white gold Daytonas. I love the weight, I love the look.
Yep.
The ceramic bezel doesn't excite me that much on the steels, but...
I don't know, I mean, we love the Daytona in general, but I would totally go for a white gold. If anybody put one down in front of me, why not choose the white gold over the ceramic bezel?
The steel.
It's just a no-brainer.
I agree, and I also like the best white gold. Obviously, is the white gold blue is the hottest one.
Yep, love
but
that
even
watch.
that trades at right around 50,000 today. The yellow gold green, which was its equivalent and launched at the same time, is 85,000.
Yep, it's insane, and they were even higher a couple months ago. So the way everything has been fluctuating it's been all across the board.
So we talked about some of the pieces that are undervalued. So where do you see things that you think are kind of overheated, maybe a little overvalued?
We can both agree on the Platinum Daytona.
The Platinum Daytona has definitely gone nuts. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a little shocked that it's a 6-figure watch now.
Yes, whoever would have thought.
Who would have thought? Mm-hmm. And even the diamond dial version. I've seen people asking 150.
Yep. Everybody wants high prices for those. I do not see that lasting.
I don't see it lasting
Yeah.
as well. I think there was a lot of hype about it being discontinued.
Yes.
That didn't happen. It will eventually go away, but when you start comparing it to some of the equivalent white gold pieces, especially,
Yeah.
why is it worth 3 times the white gold version? It doesn't make a lot of sense. I think there was definitely in short supply, but personally, I never liked that brown bezel.
It's a little icy to me. I don't.
It's a little cold. The
Can't
ice
really
blue. There you go.
explain. Yeah, it's a little cold. That watch is a little cold.
All right. So there we have it. Now, there's a couple other models that we've seen obviously escalate and start coming back. What have you seen that's starting to come back already?
The Explorer 2s and the Explorer 36. Because those went crazy around Watches and Wonders, prior to Watches and Wonders, right after Watches and Wonders. And now everybody's still trying to get very high prices for them, but they're being really let down when they see how the market has softened.
Yeah,
as of
no,
late.
again, I think the Explorer 2 was always kind of not the most successful sport model of any of them that was soft in general. It was. We did see the hype when the new one came out, but it's basically the same thing that wasn't that popular before.
It's the same but different.
Right.
And quite frankly, I would prefer the 39 over the 36 any day. It's a better size. The 36 is coming back to those who appreciate that vintage size, and of course it could go for both a man and a woman. But even women now are getting into larger dials. They want 39, 40, 41, 42. So
yeah, I think we're seeing more and more of that. I think that
Yes.
36 is going to continue to soften as well.
100%.
So what are some of the other models you think represent a good value today in this market that, obviously is a little overheated, but I think there's still opportunities. What do you see?
Without a doubt, the yellow gold day dates. I'm always a huge fan of those, and I think they're very undervalued.
The 36s specifically.
100, yep.
I know we talked the last time you
Yep.
were here about stone dials and wood dials.
We're getting a lot more calls for them now. And then also on the opposite side, a lot of people are wanting to unload them, get into a different dial on a 36, but they have a very strong following, and I think that they're definitely a good watch to get into now. I truly think that they're going to skyrocket in price.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think the spread between the 36s and the 40s and the 41s has again gotten to the point where it's almost double
Yes.
the spread, and that 36 is the classic size. So I
Yep.
do think, I happen to agree with you there. I think we will see an uptick in that watch.
Yep.
So where else do you see a good bang for the buck?
Right back at the white gold pieces. Like I said, it's a no-brainer to go for white gold. That's a better price than the yellow, the stainless steel. Without a doubt, I think people should really look at investing in the white gold pieces.
What about the GMT? You like that in white gold as well?
I love that.
I love that
Yeah.
piece as well.
Any watch that feels like a weapon on your wrist is a good watch.
I love that.
And we've even talked before about the Air King being a good investment piece, especially if they discontinue it next year.
I think there's a good chance the Air King goes away next year. I look at it as, in the $7,000 range compared to the new OPs that are going 12, 15, 17,000 because they have funky dials. I think that's an underappreciated dial. I could see that spiking next year when I think it will go away.
Yes, I think people should get into that now before it's too late.
Before it's too late.
Yeah.
So this was great fun. Thanks for joining me on Market Wrap, and hopefully we'll have you on again soon.
I look forward to it.